始まるよ。
Hey, this is Rando Sheeb. I'm just doing a quick breakdown of my DDO Hardcore Season 5 build. This is my Sorcerer Owry. It's a Blade Forged 4 Paladin, 16 Sorcerer, Air Tree, and Eldritch Knight, and a lot in the Blade Forged racial enhancements as well. You can see I made it to 5,400, almost 5,500 favors so far, and I've still got Evening Star Chains 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm just going to call it done. I got my 5K, and I was going to stop there, but we were already doing so well that I figured just try to get our names on the boards. This is the spell selection here. It's the level 1 spells, that's really about as good as you're going to do. Sonic Blast is probably the one that's going to carry you all the way till level 6 until you get your lightning bolt. The bulk of your spell usage will just be Sonic Blast, Web. Resist Energy will come in handy once you get to 20 resists anyway. I believe I had Repair Light and then Repair Moderate, and I swapped both those out as the repair spell level increased. And Greater Shout, or Regular Shout, I'm sorry, level 4 spell, Regular Shout, that'll become your mainstay for quite a while. That's the Sonic spells really improved. You can just spam back and forth between Shout and Sonic Blast, and that'll carry you a long way. Lightning Bolt's good, but it's if you don't have everything in a line, it's not going to shoot it. And the reflex save is easy for a lot of things, but the Sonic Blasts are mostly unavoidable, and they can reduce the damage, but they can't avoid them completely. Ball Lightning is really good too. Once you get to your level 6 spells, Chain Lightning is going to be your mainstay, and then you can just alternate between that and Shout, or that and Ball Lightning, whichever you prefer. Sonics are really nice though, because there's, like I said, the damage is unavoidable, and there's a lot of things that are immune to electricity or highly resistant. The only thing that's really resistant to both, I think, is like iron golems. And of course, my last spell is the Greater Shout, which is just an incredible spell. If you open with that, once you get it, you can stun most things with it, and then, which of course increases your damage from whichever other spells you use to follow up. I also like the Prismatic Ray and Spray, because they both will have two different insta kills on them, which is kind of nice, and it's really good for things like golems, which are resistant to just about everything else. You can either stone them and someone else in your party can beat them down, or you can just evaporate them altogether. And it's kind of a random proc, so your mileage may vary. This is my enhancement layout. You can see I went 17 points in the Blade Forge tree there, just to get the extra hit points. It's a fairly hit pointy build. I don't have my Sacred Defender stance on, so I'm missing about 180 hit points there, somewhere around there. But the most important thing to do with this is the first things you want to invest in is getting rid of Arcane Spell Failure. The Arcane Spell Failure will be a little bit high at the beginning, so just invest in reducing that from both Blade Forged and Eldritch Knight. This build uses a shield, so you want to keep shield equipped. It's a fairly decent AC build too. But yeah, once you get your spell fairy reduction down, then you're gonna kind of alternate between boosting your armor class and saves from the Sacred Defender tree and boosting your damage from the Air Savant. I mean, I don't know. This isn't written in stone, but this method worked for me. Maybe you can figure out something better. And this is what I've got so far in my Epic Destinies. Went up the Draconic Incarnation, mostly for damage. I got the Unyielding Sentinel just for a little bit of hit points and the uh, Divine Energy Resistance. And then the Primal Avatar tree gives a couple things. The Cocoon is mostly for healing party members. The little electric damage buff you get from the bird there and when you shrine, and then +2 to all mental stats. So just a small boost in my DCs, I guess. This is a breakdown of my skills. You can see this is toon is really, I'm part of a static group, a largely static group anyway. Sometimes somebody doesn't show up, but so yeah, my skills are just basically concentration, intimidate, and that's it. The rest of the skills I put in perform because it's a handy skill to have if nobody else in your party has perform, but we did have a bard most of the time. And you can't use a perform skill really without some small investment in it. So it doesn't add a whole lot to my sonic damage, but it's just for the skill portion of it, which is very rarely used, but there it is. You can put it in spellcraft too, I guess, and either way, it's only what 5 points, so no big deal. And here's my feat layout. Yeah, I went with the Force of Personality just to try it out. I already have really good saves on this toon, really good for a first lifer anyway. It's going to be hard to beat what he's got, I think. Some monk stuff you can do to get a pretty decent save too, but yeah, I just didn't want to fail some kind of will save that would leave me just stuck standing there, and I did really well with just about everything. This toon, of course, has you can see the saves here. They're really good. You don't have evasion, but you can absorb a lot of damage on this with the PRR and the MRR. Goes up when you buff. Yeah, my fortification is terrible, but that's okay. I hardly ever get it hit really hard. I had more at one point. I must have swapped out a piece of gear. You can see my armor class there is 131. That I didn't know if I should go with the just Paladin 3 and Sorcerer 17. I don't know. I'm kind of glad I went with Paladin 4 though, just for the extra, the movement speed, the AC. So I'm doing all right in low epics. It'll really turn to absolute crap once it gets a little bit higher quest level. But we're only going to 23 anyway, and then it's done, so it really doesn't matter. This is more than enough just to make it through what I'm trying to do. Basically, the strategy for this is just to cast displacement on myself and then turtle up and intimidate and spam sonic or electric spells. The more AoE stuff. It does quite a bit of damage. I mean, my crits are around 2100, 2200 with chain lightning, and about 14 or 1500, I think, with greater shout. So it does pretty good. But for now, like I said, we're just grinding a little bit of gear, then it's chains 1, 2, and 3, and we're done. I don't know if this has been helpful or not for anyone. Hopefully so. Now let me know. I did my +2 tome in charisma right off the bat because +2 in con is just really not going to help that much. And then I did my +5 in constitution. So like I said, I don't know. You can take this and juggle it around and see if it works for you like it is, or maybe you can come up with something better. But it's a pretty solid build. This is probably the easiest build I've had to make it through all the way to 5K. So anyway, thanks for stopping in and checking this out. Take care.